Discipline, goal setting, resilience, courage. Why are these not just words, but rather part of a formula to getting the most out of your life? These are also the traits of elite Gaelic Games athletes. I had very little understanding of the GAA, to be honest, when I came on this journey and, travelled to Ireland a few times to play for the All Blacks and seen a few games on TV here and there, but didn't understand anything really about the rules and how the game was governed. They came in with pretty open eyes. It's been a great journey of discovery. I've most definitely learnt a lot from these athletes. The dedication that they have to put in really surprised me. I didn't expect the amount of trainings and potentially the amount of work that they had to put in. There's some obvious advantages I had across my career in a professional capacity, right? So we were doing it purely as a professional. So, we could train during the day, could have enough time for each and every other training aspect, most definitely our resources as well. For these amateur GAA athletes, I guess the biggest disadvantage for them is time, right? So they're going to work, they're spending their entire day making their living, earning their living, or they're at study, at university studying. So, man, they put so much effort into understanding exactly what they need to tick off to achieve what they need to do, and then putting it into their calendar and going out there and doing it. I'm really interested in mindsets and kind of find out a little bit of why people go about their business, right? And I guess from my point of view, from a professional background, to see these amateur athletes and understand truly why they do what they do in terms of their scheduling, in terms of their time management and all the extra training they have to put in on top of their work to perform at such an elite level. The best thing I enjoyed was meeting the people, getting to know them. Each and every one of the athletes were fantastic to work with. Starting with Louise, just to see her passion for her club, for her family, and what it means to them.
Like just wanting to be the best. And I think that's probably been the way since we were younger. And obviously Dad's our manager, but has also coached us since we were about 5.
Jason, his commitment to organising his life to be the best kind of person he can be was just so dedicated to his meal prep. He'd get it done days before. He'd write down in his journal exactly what he needed to do that day. Team, that was impressive. Thank you so much for that.
I just find when I jot down a few things every day, I'm accountable then, you know what I mean? So that I need to get them things done. Prioritise time for myself to be able to go to the field after. I can focus on my football and stuff like that.
Roisin, just her ability to push through, lots of different difficulties, whether that be injuries or travel, is amazing. The dedication, and obviously they are playing in an elite level of performance. I think at 17 you had a diagnosis around your back. So run us through your thoughts, your feelings when you got that diagnosis.
I just started suffering with a wee bit of back pain, particularly noticed it at the higher standard in county level. And I went to a consultant and they diagnosed me with scoliosis. Because I was past my growing stage as a female athlete, they said that I wouldn't be able to have the surgery as well as play camogie. I need to manage it as much as possible in terms of massages and going to the ice baths and recovery. And even at that time, there was a few girls on the senior camogie team had it. So once I knew that, I kind of used that as drive then to, nothing can stop me. I can still go ahead with my plans.
And then Sean and just his ability to build his own resilience through working really hard in terms of his analysis. And looking at different ways that he can make himself a better player.
Everyone has different goals in life. For me, it was hit the highest level of hurling possible. So once you're ruthless with your time and idea, you'll invariably have success off it. I realised that if I wanted to be the best hurler, other things would have to give way, and that's an example of what I did to prioritise it.
I guess to summarise my time here in Ireland and getting around the country. In some small way, I feel like I've been really welcomed into those communities that I went. I was really surprised to see how much it meant to every community I went into. Getting to see the villagers come out and support the teams, The flags that you see around the counties and around the different clubs is fantastic. And, you know, to me, it really brought back a little bit of what I used to love about rugby in New Zealand, the club game. You know, the reasons you pull on the jersey is to have fun and to do it with your mates and your family around you. So, you know, in New Zealand, we talk about whānau, which is family. And I kind of got that same sense from all the athletes, and it's just a really welcoming place. I guess my opinion on amateur athletes was always of admiration. You know, these guys are doing it for the love of the game. You know, you can be stuck in a bubble sometimes when you're in that professional life. So just the passion for it probably encouraged a lot of professional outfits in sport to go back and just remind yourselves, because we all start with that love. We all start with that passion for the game. You don't have to be an athlete to see inspiration from or motivation from these guys. Like, you know, if you're in any shape or form where you're trying to achieve something and you're struggling with a bit of time pressure, or you're struggling with a bit of motivation to get yourself moving, like, you know, these guys had some real gold nuggets around their advice to make sure it works, and they're out there doing it. It's not always perfect, but if you've got this vision and this really strong goal to get to where you want to get to, then they'll find ways and they'll show some courage and be really disciplined to get there. And for me, that was, you know, awesome to see, and anyone out there could take a lot of lessons from these guys. It's clear to me that the players themselves are what epitomizes the toughest.